Hi everyone, thank you for joining. Lovely
To be
to
here.
see you today and the first day of the retreat, Beauty from Within. Today is joining, running the session, Ieva Abiķe from Latvia, and she is the health ambassador and my mentor in the health movement, where in the nutrition industry, and learning all the newest science and ways of how to keep us healthy and beautiful and looking younger than ever. Please, Ieva, word to you.
You and I'm really happy to see all of you ladies. And are you all from Britain, I assume?
Oh. No, Mary.
Oh, from no.
Ireland, lovely. Yeah. Nice. So we basically international.
Okay, I will then share my screen. I have presentation to support my story. Can you see?
Yep.
Great. Well, then I'll be talking about bringing your body into balance, as that to my mind, and not only to my mind, is probably the first step also to the beauty before everything else. So just some words about me. This is my family to left. Today the kids are 3 years older, so the girl is already as tall as I am. Children grow very fast, but for you to know that I have already 10 years experience lecturing and bringing the message to people around the globe in we call it test-based nutrition health concept. And I'm building an international team of health and wellness professionals as well as enthusiasts all around the world. And at the moment we are like my team, we are working in 10 countries, and we really have many happy customers and clients. I think I have all that base to say that what I'm saying, it's also based on my clients' experience. And that's why beauty from within. Beauty is something we can evaluate from outside, but it actually comes from inside, much more than from what we do from outside. And no beauty is imaginable without good health. And if we put in words, as the scientists are telling us, then beautiful, radiant, and healthy skin actually comes from beautifully built, healthy, and functional cells, first of all. And although the whole world, I think also on your part of the world as well as mine, people are really very health conscious very often, and we are trying to implement different healthy habits. We're drinking water, we're physically active, and we look how we make our foods, and we go outside and try to get as much as we can the fresh air. But it's not enough today. So what's the base for this being not enough? Good health, as you also know, come from lifestyle. And the majority of this lifestyle actually is food we are eating. And here I have just some slides to indicate the development of the food all around the globe. To the left, you see pictures. These are at least pictures from my childhood, as I saw cows and pigs growing up, eating grass and normal food. On the left, that's the picture today, where pigs are like packed in cages, and cows don't even see grass, and this is supposed to be food they're eating. They're not lying in the shit. That's food. So meat is produced, it's not grown anymore. The same goes for chicken. These free-range chickens, you can buy them, but the mass production of the mass food is not a chicken who has seen grass or corn. It's grown in cages also. And here you see the evolution of a chicken or a hen. What was the year? In 1957, a chicken you would use for eating was around 1 kilo. Today, it's around 5 kilos. So I normally say we soon will be able to ride a chicken. It's not the same as it was. It's also produced and not grown. Some would say, okay, I will switch to fish. Or actually, the same development has also touched the fish industry. If early on men went into the sea and then they came in with fish, then today they are also grown probably in the water, in wild water, but in a closed tank, as you see in the picture on the left in the bottom. It's not the sea environment, and these fish has not seen anything of their natural food. They are normally fed with combicorm consisting of soy, of corn, of wheat, of everything what's grown above the soil. So that's not what fish is supposed to eat. It means that fish is completely different as it was in a produced manner. You thought probably then, plant-based foods are much better. No, unfortunately not. Latvia is not the most developed country either, not in agricultural field, but these to left, these pictures are from Latvian farms. And you see tomatoes, strawberries, they have not seen soil. They are grown in sponges where some small pipes transport the nutrients, and these are just some of the nutrients a normal tomato, a normal strawberry is supposed to have. To left, you even see that there is a field of cabbage where you as a person, as a human, are not allowed to enter just because it's so toxic. And then above, there is also a very revolutionary method of growing cabbage. It's called hydroponic. Simply a plate with holes and underneath water with nutrients. Some nutrients, because it's business, it's produced. Again, what produced product means, it means it's not with the same nutrient density as it was before. And above that all, we have an over consumption of sugar because every product needs to have a long shelf life, so sugar is added like everywhere. And this is just a table of comparison with data, how it developed. In culture of hunters, a person per year used like 20 teaspoons sugar, and then it gradually grew. In 19 it was already 13 kilos, and today, meaning 2000, that was the time when it was measured, in US each person, grown-up person, eats 58 kilos in average, and in Europe 35 kilos. That's a lot. That changes very much in our bodies. So this does not help us to feel good nor to look good. And now I come to the place where I'd like to introduce the scientist whose teachings I am following and learning, like all those 9-10 years I've been working with the concept. It's Dr. Paul Clayton. He's former chair of the Forum of Food and Health in UK, by the way, senior scientific advisor of the UK's Government Committee on the Safety of Medicines, current fellow of the Institute of the Food, Brain and Behavior based in Oxford. Very, very, very clever man, a scientist who has spent 50 years of his work life simply studying what is the thing that affects people's health long term the most. And what he has come to, it is that nothing is more important than food what we eat. If you're interested to have more insights from him, you can visit his blog, You can see the address, drpaulclayton.eu. Very good articles there. And by the way, Dr. Paul Clayton has also been the advisor of your Great Britain's royal family. That should also say something. They are living long, and most of all, they are also beautiful. And his age at the moment is, I didn't find the precise year to show it on the slide, but it's above 70. I guess you will agree that he doesn't look bad. And again, to quote him, chronic inflammation is the main cause of premature aging. That's what we're talking about here in this retreat. And to stop this chronic inflammation, he suggests a simple way how to look on your health and how to reverse the things the modern food and the modern lifestyle has changed for us. And the first thing, or the first zone, if we can say so, is cellular level, particularly membranes, where it is important to balance two essential fatty acid groups, omega-6s and omega-3s. And this we cannot almost do simply by being conscious on what we are eating. Here comes the thing why I said it's test-based nutritional health concept, because we're not guessing the results, how much of omega-6s and omega-3 like Barbara is having or any other ladies having in their membranes. I cannot tell it from your eyes. We have a dry blood sample test. That's a new testing method available in the whole world. There are several laboratories who already offer that kind of testing. But I particularly have been working with BETAS, which is a laboratory based in Oslo, independent. And we already, through this laboratory, have made more than 660 tests. And they actually show that 95% of population in the whole world simply fail that test. We see also that only 5% of those who are conscious or not conscious about what they're eating, they have this ratio between omega-6 and omega-3 under 3:1 or better. 20% of those people who state that they are taking daily omega-3 supplement, they reach in average 7:1 till 10:1, but not better. And those who are not thinking about this topic and they are not using any omega-3 supplements, their average balance in Europe is 15:1. In US, and I would guess that also in UK, it's 25:1, because these are the countries where the most people are using in their diets ultra-processed foods. That's what makes these foods unbalanced, because omega-6s, these are the cheap fatty acids, so to say. It's easy to get them because they are growing on the earth. And the omega-3s are those which are difficult to preserve. So either they are dead before coming on our table or plate, or they are simply excluded of the food. And the test which I am working with allows us to find out 6 important indicators about our health, which are based on 11 different fatty acid measurements. And these are in particular your omega-6, omega-3 ratio. This was what I was talking about here, that we see how bad it is in the whole world. Then we can also calculate and see then your protection value against chronic inflammation, and it means also degenerative disease, which later on developed from this inflammation. Then we see omega-3 index in percentage from the blood cell. Then we have mental strength index, very interesting thing, because our brain and our nervous system also consists very much of omega-3s. Then we have a cell membrane fluidity index, how good and flexible is the membrane of our cell. And then we also see the formation efficiency of arachidonic acid, which is one of the omega-6s, and it's a very important indicator to find out how good your body breaks down fats in general. Yeah, and I would like you to have a closer look of what it means, omega-6 and omega-3, in our cell membrane. These are irreplaceable or essential building blocks of our cell membranes. Nothing else almost is, well, something, but this is the main things.
Ой, все, Ленчик, у меня тут встреча, извини. Ленчик, я, кажется,
Can you mute? Well, let's get back to omega-6 and omega-3. Omega-6 molecule, if you had a closer look through microscope, you'd see it as a, like, one part. It's a stiff part. Omega-3, in contrary, is elastic. It has joints and it can be flexible. So if we know that the ideal balance of those two in our membranes is 1:1, then if it was so, we would have a membrane consisting of like consecutive one after one, and the omega-3 represents kind of a door or a window in this cell membrane where all the nutrients can get in and all the waste and toxins can get out. And these omega-6s, these are like walls on a building where nothing gets through. But according to tests, we have 15 wall pieces to one door window. And that, of course, means that the nutrients have much more difficult days coming inside the cell, and that waste doesn't get properly out. So it means that we are starving in our cells, and we are also kind of dirty all the way through. And this is the starting point of inflammation, because we don't get enough nutrients, even if we had them in our diet. But that's another topic, because we don't have them either through our normal diet. But if what we have doesn't get properly in, and then after the metabolic process, the waste doesn't get out. And that's actually the reason why the functionality of our cells has changed drastically together with the changes of our food. What you should look at considering what should be the supplement, if you understood that it's difficult to get from food. So there are two things you have to pay attention to. First of all, you have to check how much these two very important essential omega-3s named EPA and DHA, how much of them are in the daily dose of that supplement. And here I simply copied some random labels of popular omega-3s or omega-3 supplements. And for example, here in this example, you can see that EPA in the daily dose for an adult is 1,283, DHA 683. Another supplement suggests in daily dose 504 milligrams of EPA and 378 milligrams of DHA. There is a difference, isn't there? And here another one, also at least in Latvia, very popular supplement where EPA is only 70 milligrams in daily dose, when here it is 1,283. And DHA just 33. Do you think that all those supplements does the same thing to a person taking it? Of course not. And we don't know that if we don't make the test. And the other thing, what is very, very, very important choosing the supplement you use, what kind of antioxidant is added to preserve this omega-3? Because as we already know, omega-3 oxidizes very soon. In other words, it means how long does omega-3 live in that particular product. For you to understand it better, there has been an independent study carried out by independent organization in Norway called SINTEF in 2010. And they simply compare different products, omega-3 supplements, with different antioxidants. And here, these are not particular brands. These are simply combinations. Omega-3 with, in this case, it's astaxanthin. In this case, it's omega-3 combined with vitamin E mix. It means different tocopherols. Then another case or another example is cod liver oil, again with tocopherol mix. And then the third one is fish oil in combination with polyphenols from extra virgin olive oil. And as you see, this cycle of staying alive for omega-3s with these different combinations are not the same. Astaxanthin lets this omega-3 to live like for 2 hours. Here it is 8 hours. Here it was 16 hours. And here, the test was run for 5 hours, and then they stopped because then it's not important anymore. What was the combination where this omega-3 survived that long? It was wild fish or algae oil. It can also be that, in combination with polyphenols from olives. And that formula works and lets this omega-3 live that long because it's actually the same combination in fish. When you eat wildly grown, harvested fish, this omega-3 does the work in your body. But fish oil from shelf, on pharmacy shelf, doesn't. But if you could find a product which copies this natural formula, and that is omega-3 in combination with polyphenols, that's how you will find omega-3 in nature, then it will work. And here on the left, the same study I showed in the previous slide, just indicating the level, how long this omega-3 need to survive to build into your cell membranes. It's 24 hours. It means that you could go to pharmacy and like simply ignore almost all of the products, because almost all of them represent or are made of fish oil in combination with tocopherols, and it doesn't work. It does work while omega-3 is in a bottle or in a capsule, but when you put it in the mouth, oxidation starts. And this is not what we want. We want omega-3 to survive until it reaches cells. And it can only, at the moment, the only known formula which gives this effective result, which is an effective combination, is omega-3 plus polyphenols. I thought maybe that's a good place for me to invite Ilona to share her test results. Would you like to? I will then stop sharing, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I will share my results, which are I made it in February. The test, been drinking balance oil for about, on and off 2 years, because my first test was in 2018 when I did, it was 9 to 1. And then when I decided to go with this product, I started to check again my results, and it was 2.5, although it's gray, and it's mean that I've been basically starving my body, because I was thinking I'm drinking and eating very healthily and enough omega, but not on a daily basis. So I didn't took the needed amount of omegas, because I was thinking I'm eating fish, I'm eating organically, and was sure that it's all right. And then I decided to go for the results to do the test when I became the distributor of this product.
I can probably add a little bit that this balance, if we only looked at the number of like omega-6 and to omega-3, that would be good result. But it's a false balance. And if you could scroll a little bit down to the indicator bars, then we see that this, yeah, the last one, not that far. This arachidonic acid index, yeah, this is where we get the omega-6 result. It's lacking. So Ilona did not have enough of omega-6s, which is a rare situation because we get them like through everything, but that was not the case. But this is also an important building block, so you have to have both in the proper amount to have a well-functional cell. And now if you scroll down to the table, then you see, ladies, that these are the names of 11 fatty acids measured in these blood spots, what I was talking about at the dry blood spot test. But simply for a regular person to read this table, this is too much. So that's why the laboratory has developed the other displaying method. And now you can show the start where we have the colors. And Ilona's result, as it was at the point, it was November, you said? It was moderate, not a good one and not a bad one. Balance was good, but all the other indicators were moderate. And protection value against chronic inflammation was 64%. Very often we see that there is only 0, and that will for sure be 0 if we will have the average balance of omega-6 to omega-3 as it is in Europe, 15:1. Omega-3 index here is above the average, but it will be good when we reach 8% of omega-3. And this is very crucial indicator if you care what your heart has to do daily, yeah, because this influences directly the thickness or thinness of blood. And if we don't have enough omega-3, then blood is thicker and heart needs to pump stronger. So the next thing people would experience is, for example, heightened blood pressure, which is also like pandemic over the world. Mental strength, moderate. Cell membrane fluidity, moderate. And arachidonic acid index, moderate. And this actually could also indicate that the breaking down of fats is not very optimal here. Well, thank you. If we can go further, then I'd say that we had enough of the example. I go back to my presentation and I stopped on this slide. So that was omega-3 versus omega-6 in our cell membranes, or usually we say omega-6 versus omega-3, because 6s are always more, usually more. Then there is another zone in our body which is very, very important, which we actually don't reach by thinking about omega-3s. This is our gut system, and there we should think about balance between gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria. That's again a very interesting thing. Our gut system actually makes the other brain, the second brain, or some scientists even say that it might be our first brain, and it gives the signals to our brain, and then this brain executes. So it's enteral nervous system in our digestive tract. And then the other system, which we usually mean when we talk about the nervous system, it's brain and spinal cord. But the gut is such an important part of our health, of our beauty, of our happiness, of almost everything. And 80% or 90% sometimes even stated of immunity starts there. And for example, our happiness hormone serotonin also is produced in gut system. That was something new to me when I first heard that. So taking care of our gut microflora is far superior than, for example, any vaccine. Definitely worth taking care of. And if we think of what is causing this excessive amounts of gram-negative bacteria in our gut, then yeah, just see that's our lifestyle, sedentary lifestyle, long sitting hours on journeys or in front of a screen nowadays. Antibiotics also cause that, processed foods which are low in fiber, of course stress levels elevated, and as a result we again have increasing chronic inflammation, which in return shows on our skin, on our health, on our immunity. If we talk about the two approaches which are known or used in the world nowadays to balance the gut, then the first one, the more popular, have been probiotic gram-positive bacteria into the gut. Means people take bacteria in form of products, for example, yogurts or whatever, in capsules, and then transport these bacteria into the gut system. Dr. Paul Clayton says that this is not a very effective approach, because these bacteria are grown in like incubators, and when they reach our very aggressive intestinal tract, then these bacteria die actually on the entrance already, so they are not of much use. Far more effective approach is using prebiotic fibers as fuel for those our own gram-positive bacteria in our gut system. And when we use these prebiotic fibers, then our bacteria ferment it and use it as you can say, as a fuel or as a food, and they can multiply. During that process, inflammation decreases, and also these good bacteria, gram-positive bacteria in fermentation process produce butyric acid, which also decreases chronic inflammation. So that's a very combined thing. And when you have more gram-positive bacteria in your gut than gram-negative, first of all, these gram-positive can grow and they transport out the negative bacteria. And the gram-negative are the ones which create this inflammation, as I said. And this is also the way to balance the cholesterol levels, to balance the blood sugar levels, to get better sleep, better memory and concentration, of course immunity as already stated, and nevertheless better skin, because what is in gut, it really shows on the face. And the third zone is our immunity, and this is already on several levels. I would like to show you simply a slide, what is things or the vitamins, minerals, in which products they are, and what we should use daily in order to get this minimum amount for us to function well and to feed the immunity. And the question could only be, do you really think anyone can have that much daily? I cannot. I have even been trying to. This is way too much food. I cannot eat that much. And again, with years, these nutrients are simply growing less and less in these foods. I'm sorry that this slide is in Latvian, but this left table. But what it shows is a result of a study which was made by Swiss scientist group in 1985. They simply took these 7 vegetables. It was apples, bananas, strawberries, broccoli, beans, potatoes, carrots, and spinach, and they measured the amounts of actives named here. It's vitamin C, calcium, and so on and so forth. Some very important things. And then they sorry, hope you understand, the same thing in 2002. And the result was that these actives in these foods had decreased during that short period of time for 57%. And that simply means that we don't have any reason to believe that in 2021 this amount of actives in foods has grown back. No, it has only become less and less. So again, we cannot allow us to stay starving. As Dr. Paul Clayton says, in Africa, they have the first type of malnutrition. They simply lack food. We live in second or type 2 malnutrition, where we have foods, but they are empty. They just look like food. So for people to be healthy, it is crucial and vital to get these, again, irreplaceable and essential nutrients back to our diets. To feed our cells, remember, cell membranes, when they are fluid, the nutrients can get in and do the work and support all the systems of our body, including skin, which is the very important and very biggest organ of us. And here, if you allow me to show simply that all those three zones combined together, you can look for it many places, and of course you can find products simply to fit the necessities. But the company I am working with packs it in 3 different products, which is difficult to find somewhere else. And we call it Health Protocol. Zinzino is the name of company, so Zinzino Health Protocol. And what we get through these products, it's Balance Oil, prebiotic fiber blend, Xenobiotic, and phytonutrient complex, vitamin and mineral complex named Extend. So you will daily get the essential omega-3s, EPS, DHS, DPA, as well as omega-9 and polyphenols, which are also anti-inflammatory. Then through Xenobiotic, you will have wide spectrum of prebiotic fibers. It's 8, 3 different resistant starches, inulin, beta-glucans from oats, fructooligosaccharides, psyllium husk, and guar gum. And then vitamins, the whole line, A, B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, B7, B12, as well as vitamin C, D, E, and K. In one product, we even have 2 ways of vitamin K. Then we have magnesium, zinc, selenium, copper, iron, iodine, chromium, and molybdenum. Plant extracts from algae, green tea, broccoli, tomato, green leaf, and curcumin. A special thing named beta-glucans 1316. These are very, very important to feed our innate immune system, contrary to the adaptive. And lutein, beta-carotene, zeaxanthin, and coenzyme Q10. That's a wide range, and you will really feel the effects both on health and on outside, inside and outside. And as you now know, the balanced health concept with Zinzino suggests, and I also suggest, even without Zinzino, for you to take your balance test to find out how functional and well-balanced your cell membranes are, because that's the fundament of anything, both the beauty and the health. Then you choose your product, how you will balance the cells, and you will add the fiber blends or fibers in whatever form, but these should be water soluble. That's important. Then you find a way how to supplement in order to receive all the necessary vitamins, minerals, and phytonutrients. And in 1/2 year, that's our suggestion, after half a year, repeat the test. Half a year, because 120 days go while all the old red blood cells are replaced with new ones. So it means the very earliest point where you can reach this good balance in cell membranes is 120 days. We suggest to take that test in half a year, because in case you were one of those where this metabolic process is a little bit slower, or maybe the digestion is not very optimal to different reasons. So half a year is a good point where to check how good balanced we are after using these products. And what we know from our 660,000 tests, that people who use this health concept, 95% of them actually reach the optimal balance under 3:1. And this is the good result. And the concept as such is test-based, as I said. The ingredients are of the best quality available at the market. They are scientifically proven, all of them. And the ingredients are all natural. And that's very important, as we heard that these natural formulas and natural ways, they work and absorb much better. And I would like to ask Ilona to comment on this. We simply wanted to include this slide because, yes, that's something new, and from the perspective of beauty, very interesting and important.
Yes, this one is I call it like a youth pill, and Paul Clayton call it like a spring cleaning, when we are doing once a year a proper cleaning in a house to get all the spider nets out of the house, and then maintain the cleaning. This one is the newest research shows where ingredients combining all natural and simple supplements is concentrated in a way that it's basically is removing dysfunctional cells which are in our body, don't function in the 100%, and they are just taking resources from us, what we're eating, and wasting, and not producing new ones. So basically the inflammation is showing that in our body is promoting this aging process, and we need to do everything about it to reduce the inflammation in the body. So that's what Ieva was explaining. And then this product is which removes those cells 2 ways, and then stimulates the bone marrow to come out and produce new cells, which rejuvenates the body basically slowly. If we are speeding in aging, what it does, it's kind of trying in the month process. These supplements are introduced like using for 1 month and then 90 days to take a break. So when we are rapidly having this aging process daily, we kind of slowing it down so it stops. And when we do it on a regular basis, spring cleaning and using the right supplements, we can slowly even start to reverse aging. So if we are now been living for 10, 20 years, unbalanced foods having this process of the inflammation in the body, we need to give our time when we start to use in a cellular level the right foods and supplements to kind of like slow down the inflammation in the body. And that's when we kind of slowing aging. And that's all about that. And by using this supplement, we can even slowly start to reverse the aging. That's the newest research which shows, and really exciting. That's why I asked Ieva to include this product, because it's exactly relates to the skin, to the beauty, to everything. What is it about?
And to add, Dr. Paul Clayton says that with this product, we are not only ahead of the market, we are ahead of the science. So no alternatives at the moment outside. And the strangest and the funniest thing, at least for me as a Latvian, when you read on the label what's the daily dose, according to the current norms, we are not allowed to write or to suggest the dose which is necessary. It's written 4 times lower, but it doesn't work in that amount. So it needs to be taken in 4 times bigger dose in order to get that result.
Yeah.
And I would like to stress also that there have been studies regarding skin quality and skin elasticity in relation with omega-6, omega-3 balance. And it was proven that if a person has this balance under 3 to 1, like omega-6, 3, omega-3, 1, then the skin elasticity improves, is better than 22%, comparing to those who are in balance. So that's a lot. If you checked what the different creams, facial creams, suggest what you would gain while using that, that's 10, maybe 15%, and these are expensive products. But this is like cream from inside, I would say. And then we have actually come to the last slide of my presentation. And here is the special offer for you. If you decide to check your balance of omega-6 and omega-3 with a laboratory we are working with. Ilona, please comment on this.
Yes, this is the offer for today during this Beauty from Within retreat. That if you would like to find out your test, Ieva is offering the special price is for the already Zinzino, the people. But if you want to have it order with a 20% discount from the £89, and for 2 tests is 129 to the 20%. It's gonna be £71 and 20, I think. I just put it on. £71.20, yes, and £103 with 20%. And the other offer is one of the offer is to attend the lottery, which is going to be if you share on the social media that what you have learned during this 4 days about Beauty from Within retreat sessions from the people, then you can win a blood test for free. It's going to be contact me to find out more about it, and possibility to have it get it. Sorry.
Well, that was all about the balanced health concept and the balancing of the body. Thank you, ladies, for attending, and maybe you have a question.
Yeah, we are now open for the questions.
So you can either unmute yourself and ask, or if you are not willing to speak, you can write it in a chat box.
I'm always so stressed when I need to like say like speech to you, and it's like, oh gosh. Yeah, I just wanted to mention as well that I attended about 2 weeks ago a doctor summit, which is for the professional healthcare people about anti-aging technologies and newest science researches, and it says that the inflammation in our bodies is really caused by not just eating unhealthy foods or foods that happens to us, but as well when we do overdo physical activity, because that lactic acid is inflamed and it doesn't recover so well. So it's all about that, and we're trying to reduce that oxidative stress which creates in our body. So Penny.
Yeah, I can see that Penny asked if a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil daily is good thing. And the answer is it is good, but it's not enough.
Yeah, it's needed so much more. I was watching as well Dr. Gundry, who is a heart surgeon. He's talking about quite a lot in his studies about leaky gut, but he's saying that he's drinking 15 milliliters a day of extra virgin olive oil. So it's like swimming in a salad bowl, some probably. But it's the
or 15?
15. 1 5.
And not swimming. But that's still a lot.
15 milliliter is not a lot.
Yeah, it's like 3 tablespoons.
Yeah, but you can put it through yogurt, you can put it through kefir, you can put it through your salad if you add it up in the day. And you can also use other oils, not specifically extra virgin. You can use hazelnut oil, walnut oil, if it's all extra virgin, coconut oil as well. So there are more possibilities to keep your omega-3 levels up, aren't there? Sorry, I'm hunching here for the food, of course.
Lovely to see you, Leonie.
Yeah.
Pardon?
I would still suggest to make the test, because
definitely, yes,
good person somehow manages to have it balanced.
I think, Eva, there aren't a lot of people who take that amount of omega-3 like this gentleman. I don't think that happens.
But that's very essential, because if we simply step back and not only think of beauty, but of this health thing, then the chronic inflammation at the very beginning probably shows up as some skin problems, or probably allergy or something like that. But the other end, it's heart.
It's very important. It's very
Alzheimer's.
important.
It's all autoimmune diseases.
Yeah.
So no one wants to know those names, nor to.
I've got them here on my presentation.
Yeah, so I won't step into that.
Don't say anymore.
Yeah. But the test is good thing. It gives you exact information about you and your health status, and also skin care prospects, or slowing aging prospects.
Yeah,
that's what I would say. So thank you, Leonie, for comment.
Well, it looks like there is no more questions. Then we probably can wrap up then today. Thank you for joining us today, ladies. It's been a pleasure seeing you in such a lovely number, and I hope you gain something new for you from this session. It was very dry and quite scientifically with a lot of facts and numbers, that it's something for you just to know that there is this stage of today, and there is some movement which is trying to introduce with the facts and trying to inform people, so there is this information available for everyone, and providing as well some solutions for that. And if you need the blood test, contact me, and welcome to participate into the lottery, which is gonna be, if you're sharing something what you learn from these sessions, that you can in your social media by hashtagging Ask Amber UK, and so I can see who is participating, and we're gonna take the lottery poll to take you into the to win the blood test for you. And I will now as well launch quick survey, so you can answer your question, what you are here. Did you enjoy today's session? And if you're joining us other sessions as well, what you are mostly interested.
Is it something everyone sees when you tick it, or it's gathered somewhere?
It shows me that today people most of enjoyed the session, and it was good, and nutrition is the 75% what they're interested. So I'm looking forward to see you as well in the later. And skincare and mindset is the second one, what is everybody looking for. I am sharing the results, how it looks. Thank you for the taking part. It's been super nice, and it's first session we have done it. Thank you so much, and I'm looking forward for the next speaker at 1 o'clock. We will have Leonie Wright, who is having with us now as well joined, and we're gonna be cooking chocolate mousse, delicious thing.
Not cooking but making. I'm now going into the kitchen to prepare everything, so I just wanted to see. So lovely. Thank you. It was really good.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye.